Welcome back, Nintendo collectors. Alex here with another video. Hope you're well, guys. Now this video I thought I'd share with my Game Boy collection, and it's a funny one because it's not a console I actually go out of my way to collect for. It's just something I've just realised recently. I've actually got a small little collection going for it, because a lot of these games I've picked up at car boots, or they've kind of come my way. Like last Sunday, my good friend Ollie just said, "Do you want these?" There were two lovely boxed Game Boy games, which I'll show you in a bit. And I just thought, you know, I'm going to do a little video on this because I've got quite a few here. I've got about 32 games. I guess half of them are boxed. And there's some good little games here I actually do enjoy playing. The rest, I don't know. I haven't played a lot of them. So we'll maybe try and test a couple of them out as well at the end. Pick maybe 2 or 3 out and just see what they're like. Anyway, to start off, guys, I'll start off with the loose ones, right? In no particular order. Golf. Haven't played this. It's an in-house, probably quite an early Game Boy game, and I really don't know what it's like at all. So that's Golf. Quite a common one. You do see actually a lot at car boots. F1 Race. Never played it. Quite a common game I've seen at car boots again. Come up quite often. Mercenary Force. Now I have played this, and it's kind of like a side-scrolling shoot 'em up as far as I know. Haven't gone that deep into it. Wasn't that impressed with it, but bit of an unusual title all the same. Pokemon Red. I know this is a classic, but I'm sorry guys, it passed me by. I'd left school by the time this came out and never got into it. So I don't know, it might be a little bit too late for me to get back into this, but I understand why it's so popular, and this is where it all started out. So, a classic game. I know they fetch quite a bit of money as well. Well, they hold their value at least. Mole Mania. Now, this is quite an unusual one. I have actually read quite good reviews on this, but I did actually put it on and play it a little bit earlier today, and I found it quite difficult to get on with unless I'm missing something. It's kind of like a little maze game. And you've got to try and get out the maze by burying yourself underneath the ground. You can find new entrances out of the maze by digging underneath. And then when you pop your head up, it's a different environment again, obviously, because you're above ground. And there's little, not aliens, I don't know, enemies, little guys walking around and whatnot. And if you walk into them, you know, it depletes your little heart in the corner. Maybe I'll give it a little bit more. Maybe I have to read up a little bit more on it because I think I was missing something in this game, because what I've read on it is supposed to be quite good. This is actually a really cool game. I enjoyed this, and I think I'm going to get the boxed version of this because it is an in-house Nintendo game, and it is Wave Race. And I found this quite fun actually. It's a bit like Micro Machines, that kind of thing, you know, going around a sort of top-down track. Quite enjoyed that. A little bit of fun. I'd imagine with 2 players would be quite cool. Next up is Donkey Kong Land 3. Haven't played this. Not a big fan of Donkey Kong Land or Country, to be honest with you. Well, I did play the first one on the Super Nintendo. That was quite good, but I don't know. I think I've moved on by 2 and 3. Game & Watch Gallery number, I think it must be the first one. If you like your Game & Watch games, I think there's about 3 or 4 different versions on here, which is quite cool, I guess, but limited amount of gameplay, really. I guess if you can't afford the Game & Watches because they are ridiculously priced, it might be worth picking up. Now, I do like this series. This is brilliant. Wario Land. The early Wario games are the best, and this is a great game, and I'm going to have to get this boxed, you know, because this is really, really cool. Love it, love it, love it. Tetris, obviously, this has got to be the best sort of well-packaged game with any console of all time, I reckon. This sold the Game Boy, literally, Tetris did. And in fact, this is the first game I played on the Game Boy and was totally hooked. Amazing game. If you haven't played it, you have to pick this up. It is a must for any gamer. Sold 1 million copies. I'm under exaggerating when I say that. Next up is Super Mario Land. Fantastic game. If you haven't played Super Mario, quite easy to pick up, quite easy to finish. But this number 2 is just that little bit more polished, just that little bit better. This is the 6 golden coins. This is a fantastic game, and another game I'm going to have to get boxed because I haven't got that. 2 fantastic games you've got to have with you for the Game Boy. Sorry, I've got an itch somewhere up my nose. Next up is tennis. Well, I can imagine what that's like. I haven't played it, but maybe a better version than Pong, maybe, I don't know. To me, the best game, I know it's not a handheld game, but Super Tennis on the Super Nintendo is just the best tennis game ever for me. Next up, this was a car boot pickup last year. I think I paid £5 for this. This is Gargoyle's Quest, and I think it goes for a bit of money, not quite sure. I think it's like a little adventure game, and it is regarded quite highly by collectors and reviewers. It's supposed to be a good game, worth getting. Next up, this is the Super Mario Deluxe version. Now, they did do a lot of deluxe versions, and with the deluxe versions, I think they were colour and they had extra levels to them. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, but I think that's the case. I know it is the case in Zelda. There are different levels, or you play as a different character or something like that. But I don't know what the difference is with this version. Maybe you guys can let me know. Again, I'm going to get round to playing some of these eventually. I've been sitting here playing a few this morning. This is a fantastic game. This is one of my favourite games on the Game Boy. In fact, there's so many good pinball games on the Game Boy. They really are cool. They're really well done and just work brilliantly to what the Game Boy can actually do within its capacity. It's only a small little machine, can only do so much with what it's got to work with, its processor. And these sort of games don't try too hard, they just work perfectly within the limitations of the console. And this is a fantastic little pinball game. Alleyway, next up, is kind of like a Breakout. It's okay, I'm never a big Breakout fan, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's okay. If you like that sort of thing. Donkey Kong Country. I think that's what's... Oh no, that's Donkey Kong Land, that's what's playing in the background. Wario Land 3, haven't played this yet, and I do actually have a boxed version of this, I'll show you in a minute. Now, the next up is probably my favourite of the Game Boy games, and you wouldn't think it, being its genre is shoot 'em up. You'd think shoot 'em up on the Game Boy is not going to be that great, but there are some really good ones. There's one I haven't got, which is R-Type, which is supposed to be really good on the Game Boy. I haven't got that. I will be trying to pick that up, but my favourite shoot 'em up on the Game Boy is Nemesis. In Japan, it came out as Gradius. So I've got the Super Famicom version of Gradius. This is Gradius 3, okay? And I've got the Game Boy version. Now, this is the English version, which is Nemesis. So in England, it came out as Nemesis. In Japan, it came out as Gradius. They are the same game. But what's really weird with this one, this is a Japanese cart, Japanese box. This is Japanese, but they've given it the Nemesis name. This is Nemesis 2, which is really odd. I can't work that out, why they've done that, because that should actually be Gradius 2, not Nemesis, because it's in a Japanese cart. See that? So I don't know why they've changed the name. It's very, very odd. That should be Gradius. But you might notice the spaceship on there, the Vic Viper, is one of the best designed spaceships ever, I think. As well as the Millennium Falcon, of course, and Blake 7 spaceship's pretty cool also. But that is a very cool looking spaceship, and I just love that image. Love the artwork, and it's a fantastic little game. and Nemesis is a good game as well. So we'll have a look at these at the end of the video, guys, so stay tuned, and we'll do a little gameplay of those. Next up is another cool little game, a little favourite of mine, is Rampart. You can get this on the Super Nintendo as well, but I just saw this on eBay and thought I love the box art, I really do like the game. It plays exactly the same as the arcade and the Super NES version, but instead of trying to hit ships, you're trying to hit moving skulls and slime balls, which is very odd. And dragons, there's dragons on there as well, look. Yeah, I really like it. Fantastic little game. I was playing it for about half an hour earlier today. Really enjoyed it. I love this game. Really cool. So yeah, moving on to more boxed games. Actually, yeah, before I show you that guy, let me just go back, rewind a little bit to the Nemesis game, because I forgot to show you, there's another game here. See, this is Gradius 2. This is a really rare NES Famicom cart, right? It's essentially the same game. As you can see there, the names are different. This should be Gradius, like this one here. See, it's got Gradius 2. This has got Nemesis 2. Now, why the hell have they not changed this name out? It's very odd. I don't get it. But these are excellent games. In fact, this game, I know we're doing a Game Boy video, but this is unbelievably cool. And I think it only came out on the MSX and the Famicom. So it's a very rare game as well to find. But guys, if you do find it, pick this up. It's very cool. And this one, which we'll do a gameplay of at the end of the video. Right, moving on to my other Game Boy games. These are all the boxed versions, right? This is another very cool game I enjoy playing. It's another pinball game. It's Pokemon Pinball. It's the colour version. I don't think there is a monochrome version, but this is absolutely brilliant, guys. If you like pinball, totally recommend you pick this up. It's very cool. And it comes with a rumble pack as well. Brilliant game. Absolutely. I'm not into Pokemon at all, but this is really good. Next up is the Wario Land 3. I showed you the loose cart of that earlier. Lovely box art. Love Wario. It's absolutely brilliant. It's probably one of my favourite amiibos, actually, is Wario. He's just got so much attitude. He's a great Nintendo character, which I just hope they carry on with. It's just a shame the Wii U Wario wear was absolutely rubbish. I was really disappointed in that. Next up is Game & Watch Gallery 2. I showed you the Game & Watch earlier. This is number 2. So it looks like you've got Parachute on there. And I can't quite read, actually. It's too small a print. But yeah, it looks like you've got Donkey Kong, Parachute, and Turtles, I think, is the other one. But yeah, nice. When I had my Game & Watch collection, I used to have a huge Game & Watch collection until I sold it. Swapped it for my Donkey Kong Jr., which I have no regrets over at all, because that gets a lot of play. I had these in the cabinet with the Game & Watch, and they look really cool. It's a nice addition. And next up is, oh right, so this is the boxed version. I've got a boxed version of Game & Watch. So I wonder if I've got 2 of that then. Let's have a look if it's the same. Yes, it's the same. Right, so I've got doubles. Didn't know that. So the doubles of, I'll be moving on, guys, if you're interested. We'll do that at the end, actually, see what doubles I have. So there's the boxed version of both Game & Watch Game Boy games, Game Boy Color and Game Boy. And very nice addition, especially in a nice cabinet. If you've got a nice Game & Watch collection, they look good. Here's a Zelda game I haven't played, Oracle of Ages. I don't think there's supposed to be that many bad Zelda games on the Game Boy. I think they're all supposed to be quite good, but I should give this a go because I am a big Zelda fan. This is the American version, so probably different box art, guys. Now, these are 2 games I picked up on Sunday. They were handed over to me, and I didn't pay much, £5 each for these guys, and they are in mint condition. Look at this, Street Fighter. And you know what, I've played this and I was pleasantly surprised at how good it actually played. I was actually blown away. Actually, it's really, really good fun. Alright, you can't do all the moves that you can on the pad, but for a handheld, it is actually quite fun, quite charming actually to play this. It's got all the music there, all the characters there. In fact, we'll have a look at that as well at the end, okay? So we've got Nemesis to have a look at, and we'll have a look at Street Fighter. So I'll put that to one side, right? It's a lovely box. Let's just show you the box art, guys, before I put that to one side. It's in fabulous condition, look. Absolutely fabulous condition. It's got everything inside there. Comes with a little poster. What we got here? More games. Kirby's Dream Land, Zelda, Donkey Kong Land, Street Fighter, Soccer, Tetris, James Bond, and then 64 games on the back. It's a nice little advertisement poster there. And then we've got the Street Fighter manual. It's a little bit creased. It's got a little bit of artwork inside. What else we got, guys? More artwork. So it's quite nice, quite an in-depth little manual actually. It's got all the moves set out for each character. I'll be reading up on those a bit later. It's got all the characters there, look. So yeah, we'll give that a little go later. It'll be quite fun actually. It is really good. Do you know what I thought I was going to move this on? I picked them up, so yeah, I'll have them. And I thought, yeah, I'll move them on and get something I want. But after I played it, I thought, no, that's staying in the collection. That's quite fun. Because I'm not that great at Street Fighter, but I am really good at this version. So, well, here's the other one, guys. Now, this wasn't such a good game. Star Wars. Now, it's got the movie title, which you thought, okay, could be good. The movie's great, obviously. We all know what Star Wars is like, but the gameplay was really, really poor. Again, I only played it for about 5 minutes. Maybe I'm missing something, but I didn't like the game at all. It's kind of a platforming shooting game. Not a lot to it. Could have been called anything really, but it's just been skinned with the Star Wars theme. But in amazing condition though. Absolutely mint condition, guys. Look. Just show you inside quickly. Manual's in mint condition. And it's got pictures from the film. So if you're a Star Wars fan and you're a Nintendo fan, you probably like this. Not for me though. I do like Star Wars, but I don't know, I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. I mean, I do prefer Star Trek, to be honest with you. It's got a little bit more dialogue, a little bit more interesting dialogue to it. To me, Star Wars is a kid's film, and it was fantastic as a kid, and obviously there's lots of nostalgia with the film now, with the new one, but I mean, I did enjoy it. I thought it was a fantastic film. But I do prefer kind of a little bit more dialogue, a little bit more interesting storyline to my sci-fis. Blade Runner's obviously a classic, an Alien and whatnot. Right, here's a fantastic game which I did do a video of not that long ago, and this is a must for all Game Boy collectors. It's a real twist on the original Donkey Kong arcade. It's a nice little puzzle game. So you've got the first 3 levels of Donkey Kong, and then there's a twist, which I'm not going to tell you. Just go out there, buy it, play the first 3 levels of Donkey Kong, and then there's a twist. Brilliant game, absolutely brilliant, and a must for the collection. I have a boxed version of Golf, so I've got to give this a play now, because I just realised I've got a boxed version. As I say, you know, I just accumulated these Game Boy games. I just suddenly realised I've got a little collection going here. I've got to do a video. Because they are lovely little boxes. I love the box art on the Game Boy games. They're really nice. And they're small and easy things to collect, nice little games to collect. This is another fantastic game, and I love the artwork. Revenge of the Gator. It's a brilliant game. It's based on an old EM, electrical mechanical pinball, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love this game. So maybe we'll do a little gameplay of that as well if we've got enough time. So at the moment we've got Revenge of the Gator, Street Fighter and Nemesis to play at the end. And the next one up is Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. Haven't played this, I know I should. Comes in a lovely box. You do actually find a lot of the Game Boy games in good condition, not like SNES games. They're a lot harder to find good boxed versions of games, but it seems for some reason a lot of people have looked after the Game Boy games, and most boxes that I've come across are in very good condition. So yeah, nice little system to collect for, charming little games if you just want a nice little 10-minute shot at a game. There's some good stuff out there. So that's it guys, that is my Game Boy collection. In the next video I'm going to do my Game Boy Advance collection, which is a lot bigger. Is one of my favourite consoles to collect for. I've got some really cool games for the Game Boy Advance, and I'm going to do a little shoot 'em up, look at all the shoot 'em up games for the Game Boy Advance as well. I've got quite a few, and some of them are really good. But for now, we are going to play, I don't know, let's have a look at Street Fighter, shall we? So here we go guys, Street Fighter, not Super Street Fighter, Street Fighter on the Game Boy. All the music's there. As soon as you hear that music, just gets the old heart going, doesn't it? You just want to fight. Come on, let's have it. It's got to be Kenway. Okay, we go right here. Zangief. Do. Come on, let's have it. Okay, kick, yeah. Don't get the Hadouken sound. Hadouken! Oh, nice. Oh, that's the button that doesn't work there. It's letting me know. That was easy enough. Daddy, come on, get up. It plays surprisingly well. I was just totally blown away when I saw this. I mean, you can imagine this back in the day. I mean, I didn't have it back in the day, and I don't even remember it being on the Game Boy. But I can imagine, you know, if you had a Game Boy, you would have wanted this without doubt. On the go, on the train, you've got Street Fighter. Yes. It's brilliant, it plays really well, connects really well, music's all there. I mean, it's working with its limitations, but, you know, it's playable. It feels like a Street Fighter. It plays like a Street Fighter. Oh. I mean, the only thing you haven't got is, you know, the speech. Synthesized speech, which would have been nice. I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. We'll do one or two more, guys, because we'll run out of time otherwise. So I want to show you the other two games. So I'm not going to go all the way to the end of this. But I do like the way they do the border lines on the Game Boy player. You don't get this obviously on the Game Boy. But the borderline around the actual gameplay image is from Street Fighter on Super Nintendo, which is cool. So this is the best way to play Game Boy games now, I think, without a doubt. One more, guys. Who we got next? Brazil. Oh yes. You're not going to fry me with the electric, mate. Let's give you some fireballs. Skill McBill, mate. Skill McBill. Easy, easy. Cool, man. That is a cool, fun game. It really is. And I recommend getting it, man. If you can pick it up cheap, I say I only paid £5, so I got a good deal on that. £5 box in the mint box. I think they go for about £20 on eBay. But maybe you can get it a bit cheaper. I think 10, 15 quid, probably maximum you want to play, really. But it is really cool. Really enjoyed it. Right, what else is up? Right, it's Revenge of the Gator, guys. Now, with all pinball games, you have to learn the tables, you have to know what to unlock to get the most out of the game. So I probably won't be able to show you in the amount of time that I've got, the amount of depth there is to this game, because there is quite a lot. There's a lot going on, and it's difficult to do that in such a short video. Basically, after a while, you get to know what you need to do to unlock different parts of the game. So I've got 3 hearts up there. I need to get the ball back up to the other screen if I can. Maybe that last block on the left hand side, if I unlock that, if I get that out of the way, it might open. Oh, there's a heart, got rid of 1 heart. Yeah, I've unlocked that now, you see. By getting that block on the side, I might be able to get the ball up that left hand tube. Gone through. Lost it. Anyway, that is a super little game. It might not make great viewing, but it is one of those games you've just got to play, guys. If you're into these type of games, I know I am. I love them. Drop that down again. This is my extra ball, by the way. Ah, lost it. Have I got an extra ball? Yeah, last ball, I think. Yeah, it says down the bottom there, one more ball. They've got the breakout section of the game, so it's just like breakout. Try and knock all of those, whatever they are, at the top of the screen. Balls, multicolored balls, pills, and then it follows down into the next level. Same thing again. You get a huge bonus if you knock all of those out. Ah, come on. I haven't worked out how you open those gates up. Ah, I've lost it. Come on. Always leave your flippers up if it's on the level below. That's it, see there, open it, jump straight back up again. Oh, no! Great little game. We've got an extra ball. No, that's it. Revenge of the Gator. If you like pinball games, I love it. I think it's brilliant. Fantastic little game. Right, next up, guys, is Nemesis, or Gradius in Japan. This is a brilliant little shooter. Love it on all consoles. Just love it. Can't get enough of it. Such a good game. So stage 1 out of 5, level 1, yes, shoot and power up. So you've just got to shoot, and then you've got the options down the bottom. So the first one is speed, which you want to get, and you want to get missiles straight away. And then you want to get laser. Don't bother with double. Laser's powerful enough. I want another speed, really. That's better. Oh. Right, next I want really options. Another option. Got it. Another option. 2 options now I've got, which is cool. Next I want a shield. Now, see if I can do my little trick like I do in the arcade. Really want a shield. Come on, guys, give me a shield. Oh, don't die, don't die. Oh, I missed the shield. It's gone round again. I need that shield. Got it. Got the shield. We're in a good position now to get through this level. Now this is what you do on the arcade, is you just hover about here and just shoot, and they can't get you. If you've got a shield, if you've got 2 options, you should just be able to stick there without dying. It works in the arcade, it works on my versus Gradius. Yes, and it worked. Now we've got the end of level boss. Just got to shoot the shields in between. Done it. Easy. Skill McBill, guys. such a great game. You know, and it plays well. I could play this game on any system. I just love it so much. Love the music. I mean, it is a nightmare, this game, for most people, because when you die you lose everything, but when you get to a position where you've got everything, you're pretty much invincible, really. If you know the levels really well, there should be no reason why you die, because you're pretty powerful. And you can use the options as shields behind you as you're moving forward. You don't want double, just keep the laser, it's the most powerful one. I'm sort of maxed out now, there's nothing else I can get, really. Oh, you idiot! Now I really am in trouble. I've got to do all that again. And this is what most people don't like about this game, but you know, it just makes you come back for more, I think. It just makes it better. It just makes you want to come back and do more. Oh, I'm gonna lose it now. But it's one of those games, you know, you have to know the level inside out. It's the same with a lot of the games early on in the arcade years. It was just a sort of memory game, really. To get good at it, you just have to know the level inside out. Anyway, guys, that is Nemesis on the Game Boy. Fantastic game. Hope you enjoyed that gameplay. I had a lot of fun playing those games. I mean, I've only had Street Fighter for a couple of days, so I just thought I'd pick that out of the bunch. I think it's worth getting. If you can find it for 10 quid, then well worth it. In that condition, should be able to find it. Pretty cool game. A little bit of fun. Revenge of the Gator, one of my favourite pinball games on the system. It's got some lovely box art, sort of 1960s EM artwork. It's very cool. And of course the almighty Nemesis. This is Nemesis 2. The one I played was Nemesis 1 or Gradius 1. Fantastic game. And look at the artwork on that, guys. Actually, Nemesis there, I don't have a box version, so I'll be looking for a box version of that, and I'll probably get the Japanese version because I like the box arts a lot better. You don't need English manual for these type of games. It's only a shoot 'em up game. So yeah, if you like the artwork, I'll go with the Japanese version if you can, guys. So that's it. That's my Game Boy collection. Hope you enjoyed that. Next video hopefully will be my Game Boy Advance collection, which is quite a lot bigger. So look out for that, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next video.